Hello, my name is Josh, and today I'm going to describe two classroom situations in which I use the humanistic methods to complement the communicative approach. The context is a 4th of SO English class with 25 students aged 15 to 16 with a B2 level of English. They're motivated and friendly, but sometimes shy when speaking and occasionally lose focus during traditional lessons. They need activities that reduce pressure, encourage risk taking, and help them communicate naturally. To do this, I have chosen two humanistic methods: total physical response and community language learning. The first situation concerns passive participation. Students can fill in grammar exercises, but when asked open questions, many hesitate or give one-word answers. They need something more physical and interactive to activate language and boost energy. The first method, total physical response, or TPR, was developed by James Asher. It connects speech with physical movement, following the idea that we listen first and speak later, just as we learn our first language. It's ideal for lowering anxiety and increasing motivation because students show understanding through action before they have to speak. The first activity, to adapt TPR for higher level learners such as B2, I created an emergency situation roleplay. Students first review vocabulary such as ambulance, injury, stay calm, and describe what happened. I then give them commands like call for help, tell the driver where to go, or explain the problem. They perform the actions in small groups, taking roles like witness, caller, or responder. Finally, they record a short scene using imperative, sequencing linkers, and reported speech. For example, he told me to stay calm, or I asked her where the accident was. This keeps the energy high and turns grammar into meaningful real-world interaction. The first purpose. This activity makes language active and memorable. It transfers passive grammar into communicative practice, strengthens teamwork, and improves listening and fluency. By combining comprehension with movement, it keeps the affective filter low and helps students gain confidence before speaking freely. The second situation addresses fear of speaking. Many students understand English well, but worry about making mistakes in front of others, so their conversations remain short and rehearsed. They need a space that feels safe, supportive, and reflective. The community language learning. Community language learning, developed by Charles Curran, treats the classroom as a community rather than a traditional class. The teacher becomes a counselor who guides students linguistically and emotionally, while learners collaborate, reflect, and take responsibility for their own learning. The second activity, to implement this, I run a podcast called Teen Voices. It's a project for podcasts, and students form small groups and choose real life topics that matters to them, such as social media pressure, mental health at school, or cultural identity. They first brainstorm ideas in Spanish in L1, and Maria helps them reformulate their thoughts into English. They record a 3 to 5 minute podcast episode, sharing their opinions or interviewing classmates. After recording, we listen together, transcribe their speech, and analyze useful phrases, grammar, and pronunciation. Instead of correction, we discuss what worked well and how to improve naturally. This reflection stage turns mistakes into learning opportunities and builds self-confidence. Purpose 2. The aim of this project is to help students find their voice in English. They collaborate effectively, creatively, and express authentic opinions and learn how to evaluate themselves. It encourages autonomy, empathy, and fluency. To conclude, both total physical response and community language learning are excellent complements to the communicative approach. TPR energizes lessons and reinforces comprehension through movement, while CLL promotes emotional connection and confidence through collaboration. Together, they make learning dynamic, human, and meaningful, helping Maria's fourth professor students become more confident, motivated users of English. Thank you very much for listening.